All right, I'm bringing you the Bills post-game show on audio this time. I just do not have the time to get the laptop ready, and I've just struggled with that lately. Definitely bring you the live version of the podcast. As far as visually, I do like the visual stuff. I like the audio stuff a little bit better, though. It is a lot easier. It is a lot more central to the podcast theme, but I do like to bring you the visual stuff as well. And in the Bills post-game shows, which I really appreciate you guys tuning into, I will probably bring you guys a live Facebook video as far as the Bills post-game show, but for now, I'm going to bring you guys the audio version of the Bills post-game show. I'm going to do it in a way that touches on some of the central points that I would illustrate for you guys on the Bills postgame show live on Facebook on the Thomas Take Sports Podcast Facebook page. One of those points is a point that I touched on last week, and that was that of Brian Daboll, the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills currently. And the first thing, I'm not a guy ever, I never, ever have liked watching an NFL game, National Football League, the best of the best, the pros, the professional, the number one football league in the world, right? With the presumed best coaches in the world. And we see our offensive coordinator, the guy that is so central to the development of the best asset on the team, and that is Josh Allen. Daboll is so central to Josh Allen's development, and yet Josh Allen is on the sideline, sitting his fanny on the bench when the offense isn't on the field. God forbid, after an interception or after a 3-and-out or whatever. He puts on the headset, and he talks to Brian Daboll, who is sitting in a air-conditioned or heated press box at the stadium. Single by the Red Sox here, top of the fourth. The Red Sox are up 3-0. Single there by Brock Holt, who made a beautiful stab defensive play at second to get the force out at second. As I give you guys the update on this Red Sox-Yankees game. Game 3 of the ALDS. Sidebar. Back to the discussion. So I hate that. I hate seeing an offensive coordinator in a booth giving constructive criticism to the rookie or letting him know maybe if we went here, just checking in on him. Whether it's play adjustments, sight adjustments, whether it's timing of his throw, accuracy, anything of substance that Daboll talks to Allen about. Could be a number of things. But I hate the fact that Brian Daboll is not out on the field. That's a massive no-no for me, always, let alone when that no-no involves a rookie quarterback. Brock Holt steals, Sandy Leon hits it between first and second, and we got 2 men on the top of the fourth with the Red Sox. The Red Sox have had 8 hits in 3 innings off of Luis Severino. So now that we have that down, the groundwork laid down for the fact that I hate that Brian Daboll is in the booth, I also have to add in the fact that I hate his play calling. I'm not a fan of how he has used the personnel that we do have on this team, which I know isn't very much. I know that the receivers are terrible. Kelvin Benjamin is as good as gone. Zay Jones has not done anything redeeming whatsoever. Andre Holmes, that was one of the worst attempts at trying to catch a ball that I've ever seen. Andre Holmes literally football volleyed that one. He let the ball get thrown to him right at his face mask, bounce off his helmet, and land into the arms of another defensive back on the Titans on Sunday. It looked like a pop fly for the corner to just pluck it out of the air and intercept. That was not Josh Allen's fault. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Josh Allen fan. I will give Josh Allen constructive criticism when I know I should. And that was not his fault. That play made me sick, to be quite honest. But there were many plays that Kelvin Benjamin has made or not made that have made me sick as well. And, we know that the talent that isn't on this team, but we also know the talent that is on this team. In terms of LaShawn McCoy, in terms of Chris Ivory, in terms of Charles Clay, and maybe as the game has worn on, there's been a select group of plays that have been used for those guys specifically. Chris Ivory has done very well. As Severino loads the bases, Aaron Boone comes out to the mound, and it looks like he's about to get pulled after 70 pitches. Top of the fourth inning, Red Sox up 3-0, bases loaded in the top of the fourth. Music to my eyes, as I'd like to say. So, as far as this goes, we have so many players that we don't have, but we also have players that we do have, and those players, Brian Daboll is not using the right way. It is odd to me that these players somehow do better in certain situations in the game, but they mostly involve the late aspect of the game. They're mostly used in the late aspect of the game. Zay Jones last week, Charles Clay this week, Chris Ivory to close out the show this Sunday. But why are these guys not getting used during the game? What is it that is taking place? When you have LaShawn McCoy, who is playing hurt, there's no question about it. But when you're using him hurt to run up the middle, why are we not putting him in space? Why are we not throwing McCoy the ball in the flat? Why are we not using McCoy as a sideline-to-sideline running back as far as halfback tosses or counter plays? We're not seeing that. And I don't know if it's because they're that fearful of their offensive line. They know that their offensive line is nowhere near ready. But it's a problem. They've put the offense far too much in the hands of a rookie quarterback. As much as I think that rookie quarterback is legit, as much as I think that rookie quarterback is the guy, Josh Allen should not be throwing the ball as much as he is, or running the ball as much as he is, despite the fact that he's had success with it. 3rd and 22, they ran a quarterback draw, for Christ's sake. I mean, what was that? What was that? So, all that being considered, I think that there's real cause for concern here. Despite the fact of him saying some positive statements in the media and everything like that, I don't care what he says. I don't care if this guy even holds a press conference. He's really not supposed to anyway. He's the offensive coordinator. I only want to hear from the head coach. And the head coach says their offense has sucked these last few weeks, and it has. So what are we waiting for? Why are we at a point where we're wondering why we're not seeing certain things? We're heading into week 6. They're 2-3. They should be thanking their lucky stars that they're 2-3, but they're 2-3. And yet, we don't feel like the team has been used properly. We don't feel like the team has been allowed the opportunity to play to their highest level, even though their highest level might be very low due to what they have and due to what they don't have. The role of the offensive coordinator is to maximize the talent that he does have, and I do not think Brian Daboll is doing that. I don't think he has done that for the first few weeks. We have seen Josh Allen make a lot of really great plays. Most of them have been broken plays. The plays that Tyrod Taylor couldn't make, the plays that are broken, where Josh Allen's looking to throw, Tyrod Taylor couldn't really make those plays. He'd make those broken plays into a running play. Josh Allen's made those plays into both running and passing, I'd say. So, that's my take on that. That's my take as far as my biggest takeaway in the game. Although they won 13-12, it's all I care about. As long as Buffalo is a higher score than the other team that they're playing by the 000s in the fourth quarter, that's all that matters to me. Lance Lynn comes in for Luis Severino. The base is loaded. and slipped on the mound, and appears that he is hurt. Unbelievable. Wow. It looks like he just hurt himself. Throws a pitch and just literally slipped off the mound on one foot, fell on his back. It's very weird. But anyway, I think that there is cause for concern with this coordinator. I think he's using far too many college-style plays. I think he's using far too many. I think he's honestly, I think he is thinking too hard about this. Take what the defense gives you. Allow Josh Allen to get into some sort of a rhythm. They have not done that. They have not done that from the early onset of a game. They run the ball to start. If they can't run the ball, they overthrow it with Josh Allen, and then they have to run the ball. That's what's happened these last few weeks of the season. Really, since Josh Allen's taken over the job. Brian Daboll is a real problem. What's worse is that Sean McDermott obviously hired him to replace Rick Dennison, who was also a major disaster. Lance Lynn walks in a run, and the Red Sox are up 4-0. I'm very excited, though, for the future of Josh Allen, but it does very, very, very much concern me that Brian Daboll is our offensive coordinator in the true development years of Josh Allen. I'm Ryan Thomas. This was the Thomas Take. Brian Daboll is a real problem, folks. Take care.